discuss about the software testing principles. Generally, a principle is a fundamental law or doctrine or an assumption. So here, software testing principle means the rules and the laws of doctrines that could be employed when you test a software. The principle number 1 says testing is the process of exercising a software component using selected set of test cases with an intent of revealing defects and evaluating quality. Okay, so testing is done using test cases. So we must know first of all what is a test case. A test case is nothing but a set of or a passage which comprises of a test case, a selected set of inputs and outputs, and the procedure to do the testing. Okay, so this principle means that testing is an execution based activity wherein we execute a test and find the result and we check whether the test case is passing or not. Principle number 2 says, when a test objective is to detect defects, then a good test case is one which has the high probability of revealing and yet undetected defects. Okay, so a good test case, a test case which has the high potential to find out yet undetected defects is called as a good test case. And principle number 3 says, test results should be inspected meticulously, which means that whenever you do the testing, it should not be left as it has to be evaluated. It has to be carefully checked to find out whether this error has something to do with the quality of the product or the efficiency of the product and so on. Principle number 4 says a test case must contain the expected output or result. Okay, every time you put a test case, you should include the expected output to it, which means that whenever a tester is testing a software, he should be able to tell you that whether the test case is passed or not. To make sure that you have to attach the output along with it. So a tester executing it will check whether he has got the output. If he has got the output, the test case is passing. If not, it is failing. And the principle number 5 says that test cases should be developed for both valid and invalid conditions. Say for example, you have an addition program and it is very normal to check the addition program with 2 integer values. So this principle says that don't check the addition program only with the integer values, but check it also with the character and a string also to check how your program is responding to such inputs. And principle number 6 says that the probability of the existence of additional defects in a software component is proportional to the number of defects already detected in the component, which means that say for example, you have 2 weeks totally to check your software and you've tested already for a week and you've found out 500 errors. And this principle predicts that if you test your program one more week, you will be able to find 500 more errors. That is, the time that is left out is equivalently proportional to the time that is already utilized. And principle number 7 says that testing should be carried out by a group that is independent of the development group, which means that errors are always visible to fresh eyes. So when a developer is testing a software, it is more likely that he may leave out the loopholes in the work. So when an independent person, that is an independent testing group, is finding or testing a product, there is more probability that they'll find out more undetected error defects. And principle number 8 says that tests must be repeatable and reusable. Okay, so whenever you are writing the test cases, don't write it more product oriented. That is more specific. Don't make it more specific. When you make it more specific, you will not be able to reuse it for the other software. So when you write a test case, write it in a more generic way so that it could be reused for other processes also. Testing should be planned. Yeah, testing should be pre-planned. It is not that you can go and test your product just like that. You have to plan your test priorly and you have to execute it. Only then it could be a great success. Principle number 10 says that testing activity should be integrated into the software lifecycle. Okay, so testing should be integrated into the software lifecycle. Like any other software engineering process, it should not be kept aside. Principle number 11 says that testing is a creative and more challenging task. Like you have to imagine things and you have to come out of your own test cases. So that is a challenging task. That is not like reading a book and presenting it out. It is like you have to imagine things and you have to come up with really great outputs. So these are the 11 software testing principles that should be kept in mind whenever you test a software. Thank you.